currently down one commentator, but I'm going to stick with you during this first game here. It looks like SHADIC taking quite a bit of damage up front, trying to find some way to get in here on all of these projectiles. Of course, Snake with the frame advantages and the incredible pressure on shield, especially from a distance. This is going to be hard for SHADIC to find an opening. SHADIC finding some damage here. And able to find a kill with the up air. Ronnichu finding his tilts. Snake incredibly lethal on stage, especially against a character that isn't able to out-zone back. Seeing a lot of these forward airs coming from SHADIC, trying to keep the Snake at bay. SHADIC taking a lot of passive damage from these grenades, and that is exactly what Ronnichu is looking for here. Both players finding the damage to put them into kill percent. Another beautiful pin coming out from SHADIC, finding the back air right at the ledge. Ronnichu trying to stay just outside of that sword reach, but SHADIC finding his way in, catching a grenade there, taking some damage, but racking up this damage from Ronnichu. Ronnichu now finding himself close to kill percent, and that pin is not going to do it, but it's very, very close. That back air is going to send it straight
here
to
at
the...
a very nice timing, I guess. That's beautiful. Ooh.
A very quick, intense game that you just missed, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yes, but SHADIC has to reset this game in order to actually win it. And
now, like we said, we've seen this fight before.
Yes,
a couple rounds ago, and SHADIC showing that he has adapted well to what we saw earlier.
Ronnichu might have gotten, you know, a little cold during the time he was waiting. SHADIC being fresh off of, I believe, what, one set?
Maybe it's the hand warmers.
You know? I'm sure it's still going to be a very close game.
And again, SHADIC just finding a way to
very beautiful
untagged pin there. Again, like we said before,
I don't even think Ronnie expected that.
SHADIC finding these pins out of nowhere, being able to rack up this damage, and even catching some surprising ledge traps here.
Avoiding the grenade, very beautiful, almost very beautifully.
And SHADIC now finding himself out of resources, and that is going to be a stop.
See, sometimes I just feel it's too close. I hear my voice too much. I don't like it.
Both players right around where they should be. Trying to find some kind of opening here. SHADIC is trying to find some kind of opening here. And Ronnichu doing a better job this time, spiking off of stage, keeping SHADIC at a distance right where he wants him.
Ronnichu looking a bit more aggressive now.
Lacking that spacing that he was finding in the first game. And now again, just running out of resources.
Taking that last
miraculously making it back off of the tech.
Yeah. It's like saving on that last one. SHADIC looking to close out the spot.
SHADIC finding himself at kill percent. And Ronnichu just beautifully adapting here. Taking another resource away, and that is going to be the stock that takes it. for Ronnichu. 1-1 here in grand finals. How do we see this game going? I mean, we saw it one way earlier,
Game 5.
but it looks like both players have gone back, adjusted, and are coming back with new, fresh ideas on this new stock.
This is definitely going to come down to Game 5 for sure. And it's either we're going to see the reset. Honestly, I don't want to say for sure we're going to see the reset because the way Ronnie's playing today, it's looking very nice. But SHADIC does have the potential to close us out and do the reset. Now on the reset, it comes down to how Ronnichu takes everything in from the first set, if it comes down to that.
Yes, keeping in mind that we do have a reset. If it turns around from last time, we're going to see these players play 3.
We're going to see
matches.
them play about 5 to 10 matches.
Yeah, well,
for sure, 5 to 10 matches.
3 sets here, and we're going to see quite a bit of this matchup, I think, tonight.
Very good matchup.
Unexpected, to be sure. Most people seeing Corrin falling quite below Snake as far as matchups go, but SHADIC being able to find his way through here and just deliver immense amount of pressure with this sword.
Ronnichu just throwing out grenades like there's no
trying to keep that big sworded bay untouched until now.
I'll say SHADIC finally getting some damage.
And quite a bit of damage at that, looking like...
Ooh, missed the up B.
And there it is. If you missed it, folks, just got in a stick there. Very, very sneaky stick there at the end of that fall.
I honestly missed it myself, and I am watching this right here in front of me. Very beautiful on Ronnie's gameplay. SHADIC looking to be smart to avoid the C4 that's on the platform.
Ronnichu not quite in the danger zone here because Snake, being as heavy as he is, can take quite a bit of damage. But SHADIC continuing to find those perfect pins, that sweet spot damage.
SHADIC closing out the first stock. Needs to rack up some damage on this one to make it an even game. Ronnichu looking forward to closing out the stock already. Oh,
Nikita just continuously taking these resources from SHADIC. Quite a bit of damage here, 40%, just from a couple of sword swings, trying to keep Ronnichu at bay here as much as he can, while still trying to close the gap that Ronnie continues to find.
Ronnie just out here playing like a menace with those grenades. SHADIC playing very
Ronnichu now within kill percentage. Another up air should do it.
Threw a grenade to try to help him out there. SHADIC avoiding that one barely. Getting hit by the grenade and the rocket launcher. Ooh,
unable to finish that grab due to the grenade. And again with these pins. Incredible timing with these pins, sending Snake straight to the blast zone.
Ronnie using his grenades to his advantage, had to blow up that C4, planted another one right after.
And the movement from Ronnichu, keeping SHADIC at bay, is just incredible. Again, this Nikita just being a huge, huge problem for SHADIC's recovery. Finding a way around it this time. That continues to be
a problem.
The problem here.
Ronnichu got a good lead on him right here.
SHADIC easily within kill percent. Even another grenade might do it here.
SHADIC's just looking for a way to get in.
Ronnichu
taking damage from his own
for
grenade.
the first time in this stock, taking damage from his own grenade.
Hey, we'll take those though, you know. SHADIC just looking for the opening. That C4 being on the platform, he can't
Just
land there.
keep both players keeping their spacing perfectly out of reach. With this techno music on, it almost looks like a dance. I feel like I'm in a European club.
It's a very interesting dance. That.
And there's the up tilt that's going to close it. SHADIC having one more chance to bring this back with 2 chances. One more game to decide whether he's going to hang with us here or not.
Ronnichu trying to decide what he wants to ban. SHADIC has to win this game if he wants to try to reset this. If not, Ronnichu will take this today. And we'll be done for the night, but it ain't over until SHADIC says it's over.
And the music being picked now is from the Tekken series Poolside. We've got another club beat. I think we know the music tastes here. And SHADIC, I'm assuming, is going to stick with the Corrin that he's really been doing a fantastic job with tonight, continuing to show us that tier lists don't always mean everything.
Well, good night, folks. I'm going to swap out real quick. Get Zip in here.
Zip taking over. How you doing, Zip? Zip trying to find a way
untwist his headset
through his headset. Coming in for one of the last games.
I warmed Ronnichu up, guys. Trust me.
And Ronnichu, that's true. You were over there on the sideline.
Oh yeah.
Making sure Ronnichu kept his hands warm. We were talking about SHADIC's hand warmers.
What good conversion by SHADIC. He was really ready for the next option. He wasn't trying to go for anything crazy under stage. Good evasion of the grenades. Let's see if you can try to hit him from behind.
Absolutely. SHADIC continually finding space in between all of this hellfire.
Just barely missed space from the C4. What do you think from here? Sour spot up tilt didn't kill. SHADIC still has a lead. He still has to play with it.
That tilt not going to do it. Ronnichu continuously putting immense
Good coverage by Ronnichu. That was
pressure.
really hard to make it around.
Immense pressure on SHADIC with these Nikitas. Nikita being incredibly hard for Corrin to deal with.
Especially from horizontally, too.
Absolutely.
SHADIC looking really comfortable, waiting for the grenade timing. He's almost ready to land right after the
Platforming games coming in clutch here as they make their way through, again, just a hailfire.
SHADIC is just so patient.
Incredible patience, being able to find that pin to deal some extra damage.
The pin from out of
Another
shield.
one
He's starting
coming
it from
in.
jumps, too.
Talking earlier about how accurate SHADIC can be with these pins.
SHADIC is also up airing to break the cipher. So Snake
Throwing
has
out
a really
a
hard time
Nikita
landing.
as a recovery option here, and surprisingly, that pin killing.
It's probable that Ronnichu actually tried to DI out or tried to fade back, and he ended up DIing away from the pin, which killed across the stage.
SHADIC just continuing to avoid these grenade throws and even throwing some himself.
SHADIC is really accurate with his swings because he has to hit Snake from one side in order to not detonate the grenade, and he can't afford to trade with such a big lead and such low percent. But this is looking really bad. Good spot dodge, great spot dodge from the second hit down smash. He's actually
Both characters
in the advantage. He has center stage now.
spot dodging, playing mind games, trying to find an opening here.
Drop down fair actually managed to start a juggle. Couldn't completely convert off of it though. Let's see what he can do here.
And another Nikita taking the kill on Corrin's recovery.
Ronnichu absolutely figured out the air dodge timing.
Those Nikitas being, at this point, easily the main reason why SHADIC has been losing these stocks. Another beautiful pin from SHADIC.
SHADIC is probably a couple interactions away from before being in peril.
Continuing to stay patient.
But he's
through
down
these
2-1. He can't
throws.
afford to lose this game. He needs to really play with his lead. Great empty movement to avoid getting detonated by the grenade.
Finding Snake in the danger zone.
He's gonna go for the edge guard.
Attempting it and not quite finding it. Snake now in disadvantage.
Great
and that
weight
is
by
exactly
SHADIC.
where SHADIC excels. Accuracy. Accuracy with these moves that he's got.
He waited for the defensive option. He back air when it was way too late to air dodge, and he had to land. Ronnichu had no options left. He had to land on the platform. Either he had to land on the platform by air dodging, or he had to fast fall through the platform. Either way, there was nothing he could have done.
SHADIC again taking out his hand warmers, trying to keep himself warm. As these nerves come in, everybody reacts a bit differently. And both players knowing that this is going to be the game.
And this is going to be the
that seals the reset.
So we'll see if SHADIC can actually make it all the way back here.
SHADIC looking to continuously play patient.
Now
Ronnichu
probably... Okay, SHADIC probably banned Smashville because SHADIC does not want to be off stage versus that Nikita because that has taken so many stocks from him.
Absolutely.
And Ronnichu loves Smashville. Ronnichu is very comfortable on that stage.
And maybe having a bit more breathing room to keep that sword reach.
And to be on stage and not be off stage. Because SHADIC's benefits from off stage have not been nearly as much as Ronnichu's benefits from off stage. Yeah, SHADIC being very careful not to roll in. Instead rolling back.
Platforming through all of these grenades, giving incredible amounts of damage. Even from that up B, the late hit of that up B even doing some damage.
Good hugging on the wall by SHADIC's up B, not getting caught by the side smash. SHADIC's looking really nice. Let's see what he can manage.
Ronnichu
good
finding some
cover in
grenades
space.
and a grab here, able to bring SHADIC near kill percent. Both players holding an incredibly close game here. And again, Ronnichu throwing out that Nikita.
SHADIC risking it for the biscuit, going for the get-up attack. Can he make it back? Low recovery.
Incredibly
Testing
good
the
recovery
Nikita
there.
So SHADIC is at the percent where he doesn't want to get grabbed, and he is ready for Snake to fish the grab.
Unexpected neutral B from SHADIC.
Oh, you want to grab me? Oh, I don't want you to grab me.
And of course, that grab
it's an even
meaning
game.
the end, no matter what.
It's an even game, no matter how you look at it.
SHADIC again finding quite a bit of damage here on Ronnichu. Ronnichu trying to figure out how to get hits in on someone who continuously weaves and bobs their way through their projectiles.
Notice how patient SHADIC is playing when he has even just a slight damage differential. He knows the pressure that he holds. Trying to catch jumps, not finding them. He caught it that time, possibly by a shield poke.
And all at the same time. It's one thing to platform. It's another thing to platform while continuously battering your opponent's shield. Keeping Ronnichu
Pure grenades. What a bullet hell evasion.
Consistently moving.
That was such a clean sequence. SHADIC didn't get hit by a single grenade that entire
Again
time.
with the accuracy from SHADIC. SHADIC doing his best, trying to keep away and create a little bit more space.
If Ronnichu wants to win the tournament now, he's got to figure something out because this is looking really not. This is looking so
SHADIC
close.
Throwing out
To SHADIC's favor.
an unintentional nair is what it looked like, and taking some damage, almost putting himself
Snipe.
into an issue, but being able to finish it off with that up air.
SHADIC with the rage going for the Snake at 70. Looks like it was enough, even with good DI.
And here we are, moving on.
So now we have the Deadass Finals reset.
Both players showing the patience and the accuracy to make it to these grand finals.
SHADIC is so accurate with the swings too, because he has to be very careful not to detonate the grenades when sparring with Snake, and he's very intentfully using the nairs to swing behind Snake from in front of him,
and
so that it hits from behind or from in front with underswings.
Absolutely, and Snake himself having quite a bit of range with
Specifically
those
to avoid the grenades.
long legs of his. But SHADIC continuously being able to find a way to outrange those swings.
And SHADIC playing very patient when he needs to, and he is consistent with it.
1, go!
And here we have these two players battling it out. Now in winners finals reset, or grand finals reset. Right out of the gate, Ronnichu doing immense amounts of damage. Snake always being able to combo off those grenades.
Great spot dodge by Ronnichu, wasn't able to find a conversion off of it though.
And SHADIC coming back with some damage himself. Again, just trying to find a way back to this ledge without taking this kind of damage.
Oh, that looks rough. So
And
SHADIC
that
can't necessarily contest the Nikita with the upbeat.
almost did it. Ronnichu consistently finding a way to place pressure on the ledge, making it hard for SHADIC to get back. That Nikita is killer.
SHADIC's 5 games worth of conditioning that Ronnichu has on him is really looking rough right now. But SHADIC, we all believe in him. We've seen it. We've seen him make these back.
Absolutely. These players now on their...
Now Ronnichu is playing very patiently as well. Both players are patient, but Ronnichu is, knowing that SHADIC has to approach there, which he did, and he actually got 40 damage from that. Drop off backer, really catching the low recovery.
And from a commentator's perspective, I for a second there I thought that Ronnichu had stuck SHADIC with the C4, but it's just the glowing on Corrin's sword.
Is it just me, or does the Nikita not experience hit lag when SHADIC is get up attacking Ronnichu? And Ronnichu is using that. You can only be intangible for so long, you know.
And SHADIC now struggling to find a way.
Oh,
and
with the misinput.
unfortunately taking an SD there.
Either he missed input or he forgot he had to jump, or tried to jump air dodge or something.
Ronnichu
What a
putting
good
immense
pin.
pressure, but SHADIC staying in it.
SHADIC is just catching
With
these landings
another.
so smart.
Beautifully timed forward smash. SHADIC trying to make his way through this hailfire. Now seeming to be struggling with the adaptation from Ronnichu
What a
here.
mix-up. That could have been really lethal at 10%
And
later.
this is going to be
That's
it.
rough. Really smart play by Ronnichu, just keeping the barrier, and then knowing that SHADIC would probably need to approach, and then mixing up the forward smash for if SHADIC tried to run in, and that was the win condition. As soon as Ronnichu had SHADIC off stage, it was over.
Both players
Even if it didn't kill.
adapting beautifully to each other's play styles here in grand finals.
So Ronnichu is most likely going to ban Kalos. He does not like the sort of space that it takes.
And definitely does not want to give Corrin a wall to pin on all the way down.
For sure, for sure. It looks like it might be a lot of neutral-based stages from here on out because there's a lot of conditioning behind what's going on.
Now, we've been talking about the music up to this point, and like we said, I think we found that both of these players like this upbeat, synthetic, almost blood-churning music
It's Moonlit
to
Wilderness.
keep them going.
Moonlit Wilderness was known to be a banger well before it came to the game.
Both players almost playing to the rhythm and dancing throughout the majority of this match.
SHADIC crossing up Ronnichu for the first time. He's trying
Immediately
different
getting 30% damage, 53% damage. Just amazing at converting these combos into big damage here. Beautiful reads coming out. And SHADIC continuing to find his way through these grenades that Ronnichu is hailing down. And that up air has come in handy against Snake with Snake's disadvantage state.
Ronnichu recovering really high and using Nikita to protect him, with SHADIC waiting. SHADIC
Not going to matter as SHADIC
testing it.
Drops down with a back air. Both of these players playing very patient, sometimes staying up on the platforms for multiple seconds, just contemplating their next move.
Oh, yeah, SHADIC probably meant to tech roll, but it actually air dodged, and so the C4 catch the air dodge when it would have otherwise caught tech roll, not caught the tech roll.
And SHADIC now,
oh man, that's
unfortunately SDing, but being able to find more openings in this game than the last one.
And you know what? The reason why SHADIC probably SD there was because the Cypher gave him a flinch, and that threw him off, and he buffered something different.
Cypher consistently being a problem for Corrin's recovery.
Yeah, Snake wasn't able to do anything there.
Siphon doesn't affect recovery. Excuse me, Nikita.
SHADIC is mixing up his angles and his swing timings and his swing directions just around Ronnichu, and Ronnichu has to keep up with all of this. It is looking rough.
Ronnichu taking quite a bit of damage
that
and being caught by a nasty up B.
And what would have been worse? What would have been worse is if the grenade detonated during that up B, and Corrin was able to act out of it, and then he would have up aired the Snake, because Snake was at a lower percent.
SHADIC immediately adapting to the situation here and bringing it right back to Ronnichu. Both players showing incredible amounts of patience.
SHADIC's capitalization too. SHADIC is ready for so many of these situations. He is capitalizing very, very hard. I can see this game, the following games, going to game 10.
And that is exactly what our previous commentator said as well. These games being so close, we might be here for a while, folks.
Even if it's not close, it's back and forth. It can go either way at any point. Yeah, SHADIC ready for the out of shield jump pin to catch the dash attack.
Doing loads of damage, and Ronnichu just responding right away.
Ronnichu is playing a step ahead with these grenades too. He covered the roll preemptively. Good evasion by SHADIC, not getting too overzealous. Opting to reset the positions instead of push for the punish. SHADIC is trying to very carefully catch the rolls without trading with the grenades at this point.
SHADIC trying to keep the momentum that they had from last game, but unfortunately,
SHADIC might not have been ready for that DI shot. So now SHADIC has to approach. He can't get too comfortable here.
And again, SHADIC keeping Snake in disadvantage is key here with those up airs.
Yeah, SHADIC is trading with many of these grenades. Ronnichu is keeping up with the swing directions and all the angles that SHADIC is trying to detonate from.
And yeah, again, unfortunately, this Nikita is going to continue being a problem for SHADIC through the majority of this game.
SHADIC was far off stage and it very much looked like he didn't have a jump. Great fade back pin.
Beautiful,
from SHADIC. What a
accurate pin. SHADIC just knowing exactly where to put that sword. C4 staying on the right side of the field here.
SHADIC wants the punish, and Ronnichu is not giving it to him with the C4 detonation.
Hoping to keep SHADIC zoned just far enough away from the right side to continue to approach. And SHADIC finding another beautiful back air there.
SHADIC's having a lot of respect for Snake's dash attack, and he's ready. He's always ready for the fair bear.
Unfortunately, that's going to be the stock for SHADIC.
SHADIC might have lived with if Snake didn't have rage on him, but it looked like it was a fresh up tilt with rage. That's going to do it for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Relax, baby. Play when you're ready.
SHADIC having a hard time this time, finding his way in. That's the key when you're going against Snake, is trying to find some kind of opening. And SHADIC being unable to find that opening in this game, unlike last game. Staying in the Tekken series for our music choices here, it seems like SHADIC is trying to find his zone within the Tekken franchise music.
SHADIC has a lot he needs to do in order to win this set in the tournament. He wants to pull 60% of the cash prize, or whatever it is, 50%, who knows?
2-1 in grand finals here.
He just has to win 2 games. Easier said than done.
1, go!
And SHADIC again, trying to dance around these grenades.
Yeah, Ronnichu getting so many reads on SHADIC. Very well frame tracking him. Very effectively.
And those up airs, again, being a key to taking advantage of Snake's disadvantage.
SHADIC just rose with an up air, where was it landed, without trading with the grenade. So he is keeping up on damage, not giving Snake his win condition.
And an unexpected fully charged neutral B there from SHADIC.
Yeah, mix-ups like with the double jump out of the pin on shield. That's what SHADIC is going to need to take this.
Trying to catch habits, both players trying to catch habits in order to take the other one by surprise. Mostly stalemating.
Great catch by SHADIC, waiting for the up tilt too.
And almost exactly even percentage-wise here.
The pin didn't break the Nikito armor, it doesn't do enough damage.
Snake being a lot heavier, but being caught by that up air is not going to matter.
The overhead up air covered a lot of options too. Ronnichu crossed it up, too bad, dead up the top, happens.
SHADIC again on his A game.
SHADIC's so smart with letting the grenades bounce off the shield too, staying on stage without the grenades being bullying him. One grenade hit is all he needs.
Continuously dealing this aerial damage and Snake's disadvantage.
Good low recovery by Ronnichu.
A beautiful tech. I would not have teched that, I promise you.
Great pin by SHADIC, however, the game is looking slightly less in SHADIC's favor, and maybe with a couple more interactions heavily in Ronnichu's favor, he can take this.
SHADIC trying to close out this stock and just continues to find Snake.
SHADIC needs to have so much respect for Ronnichu. He is weaving around these grenades, just not detonating them.
And one more
Such a
up air.
clean sequence.
I mean, how many was that in that last sequence?
He got hit by like 3 grenades out of, what, 10 up airs? And Ronnichu has the frame 1
10
match.
up airs to close it out. Again, just adaptation back and forth consistently.
No, when you're Snake in that situation, there's no reason not to mash grenades. And SHADIC was very well aware of what direction Snake was, and was probably the only reason that he was even getting hit by grenades was because Ronnichu was mixing up what direction he was reversing the pullouts.
And that's exactly where we're at right now. Both players finding beautiful mix-ups while staying consistent with what's working and just adapting off of one another.
Ronnichu picking lowness.
And this is going to be our final game.
This is the game 10 for sure.
And this is exactly where you said that we were going to be.
Give me the full credit, even though I came during the reset.
Right off the bat, SHADIC taking quite a bit of damage here. Not
Good
being
stall.
able to
Great
wet.
stall by SHADIC. That was a deadly F smash that Ronnichu was preparing.
Again, just both players learning how to mix their game up, trying to wash away these habits that are being taken advantage of.
And SHADIC's use of Corrin's tools too is really helping him out. The fact that he's even alive right now is definitely helping do the mix-ups.
Ronnichu staying around 7%. beautifully avoiding these swings from SHADIC.
Good weave in by SHADIC, waiting for the Nikita and then rolling in, knowing that that Snake
And
cannot
that
detonate C4 at that moment.
Almost, that up air almost took it, but SHADIC finding a way out of there.
Ronnichu is definitely valuing these defensive C4s by covering the platform above him, too.
Absolutely, taking away an option from SHADIC as he goes.
Yeah, having the platform right above you with a C4 is really hard to get in, especially when he's faded back like this.
And Ronnichu finding a way through that pin that SHADIC has hit almost every single time.
If you're Ronnichu, you are C4ing and platforming.
Both players
Like your life depends on it.
all around the stage consistently.
Ronnichu is really good in scramble situations, but when SHADIC is in control, it doesn't end up in Ronnichu's favor. SHADIC can still make this. First stock is never the end of it. Yeah, Ronnichu daring SHADIC to approach him, as he has to, too. SHADIC has to approach.
Now with this kind of percentage league, SHADIC needs to find a way to get in.
The grenade coverage with the C4 is so well timed.
Kill.
Cover the
And
landing.
an
It is looking so bad.
drop of shield, and Nikita is going to take that stock.
SHADIC needs to be extremely careful not to end up off stage right now, because this is the last stock of the tournament, and he has 2 left to take. And Ronnichu is just not giving anything to him. He knows all the options. He's been conditioned.
Playing very defensively now. No reason to jump in here.
That's it.
SHADIC having an entire lap to come back around and bring this back. And Ronnichu just consistently finding openings.
Ronnichu going all in on the rollout read in order to get SHADIC off stage, but SHADIC was going all in just to get in the center of the stage. Ronnichu wants the win condition. He's out for blood. Ronnichu is out for blood.
Ronnichu has leveled in and is figuring out
Has finally taken his first % of damage to the stock.
and how to stay away from that pinpoint accuracy.
But I believe in
from
SHADIC. SHADIC has the clutch gene. I believe in him.
SHADIC has the clutch gene. You heard it here first.
Is that it? Is that it?
Unfortunately,
There's no way.
falling
That's it?
off stage.
Oh,
and
great
being
spot dodge.
ledge
Good
trapped.
mix-up. Avoided the grab.
An incredibly close game here. With
SHADIC's roll get up into spot
SHADIC
dodge was the right
just
option.
getting as much damage as he can.
SHADIC is only 1 up tilt away from dying. Great mix-up and the fade back. Elevating and fading back. Ronnichu wasn't going to have to up tilt.
SHADIC holding his own here for as long as he can against this bullet hell.
SHADIC is playing so carefully right now.
And a perfectly timed
Great frame
up
trap
tilt
by
from Ronnichu. And that is going to close the night.
SHADIC won many neutral interactions over the course of the set by rolling in upon an option being picked. But Ronnichu was waiting before picking any kind of option like Nikita, F smash, C4, whatever that was. SHADIC rolled in, and Ronnichu was ready for the up tilt that time, and he spaced it well too.
What an incredible set from both players, showing adaptation all the way through. Just back and forth, gnashing teeth, and consistently finding ways to overcome what the other player has put in front of them.